Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with our Mixed Manny chat. Today we are doing Tropical Garden Party, the Color Streak Color Play subscription box. You'll see that I have Lychee Rosé already open because I did my pedicure first. So yeah, I also have this little drawing here because, well, it's not really a drawing, but it's kind of a roadmap for me to place all of these sets on my fingers because I really wanted to do the challenge of using all of the sets from the Tropical Garden Party color play box because it is the month of May, my birthday month, and I want it to be special and extra. This one, I love this color, but trying to figure out how to incorporate this with all the other sets was kind of rough. So you'll see that I have some nail decals to kind of tie it all in. So if you're new here, thanks for watching. I'm Wendy from Cali. I just chit chat and do my nails for you guys. So if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Hope you guys enjoy this Mixed Manny. I hope it comes out as good as I picture it in my brain. So anyways, let's get started. Since I have Lychee Rosé, and I found out because there's been a debate. Is it lychee, lychee? And I looked it up, and the British say lychee and the Americans say lychee. So it's no wonder that I gravitated towards saying lychee rosé the whole time. But both ways are correct. So there's no debate left for that. You can say it either way. It's like potato, potato, although it's potato for me. Although tomato, tomato, I have mixed that up a few times. But anyways, little quick tip for everyone there. But let's get started. I have this open already, so I'm going to do my middle finger first because that is where I wanted this color. So let me just get that done really quick. I hope you guys have been having a good week. This video is coming up sooner than, oh, I forgot to do the timer, so it's probably going to be way off. But this video is going to be going up a day earlier than I normally would, because I got a day without Panda Bear today. So Panda Bear and his buddies are, or were, going to go watch the Preakness horse racing for those who follow, and so I had the whole day to myself. And the concept of time is very strange because sometimes it feels like you have a lot of time on your hands, and then other times it feels like time just flies by. And so this morning, or I should start with last night. Last night, I was binge watching Selling Sunset because it came out on Netflix yesterday, the 6th season. And I don't recall when Panda Bear and I finally fell asleep, but we did eventually fall asleep. But it literally felt like a blink of an eye, and then he was already up at the butt crack of dawn to get ready to go hang with his buddies. And so I was up rather early this morning, although I did go back to bed, but then I ended up not really like sleeping. I did get to watch Stacy's Sassy Styles. If you don't catch her on YouTube, highly recommend checking out her channel. She does nails as well. She's one of the ones who actually inspired me to start doing my nails on camera. But yeah, she did a video, and it was posted today on 10 ways to use the Tropical Garden Party Color Play subscription box. And I binge watched that like in the morning. I actually had to watch it twice because I was watching it, and as I mentioned, I was up way early. And her soothing voice, friendly soothing voice, lulled me back to sleep. So I woke up and then finished the other half of the video. And then, yeah, I was going to finish watching Selling Sunset. But then when I turned on Netflix, the recommended show, which is trending right now, is Exo Kitty. And Exo Kitty is like a spin-off from the series To All the Boys I Loved Before. Very like teenage, young love kind of like series. I don't know what it is. It might be because I'm named Wendy after a character from Peter Pan. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter how old I get. Those little teeny bopper like romance like shows and stuff like that, all about it. Like I love watching those. So yeah, I ended up like starting to binge watch that show early in the morning, after I had put some laundry in, because today was a great day to do laundry. But in the middle of like binge watching the show, my mom comes home from working the graveyard shift, and she's like, "Hey, do you guys want to go to that place where we can see peacocks?" I'm like, "The LA Arboretum?" And she's like, "Yeah, you guys want to go?" So that's a place that I've been trying to get my mom to go to, which, you know, she didn't like really know what it was until my Aunt Candy had showed her some pictures and stuff, and then my mom was like, "Oh, where's that?" And so anyways, long story short, went with the Rents, my mom and my pops, to the Arboretum today, and that was a lot of fun, because my original intentions for today was to completely just like binge watch, stay in my PJs, binge watch shows, and then possibly get some work done. And when my mom gave us another alternative option of being out in the sun, fresh air, walking around, and spending time with my parents, you know, quality time with them, I was on board for that. So yeah. Plus, going to go see peacocks and doing a mixed mani on Tropical Garden Party just sounds like it was meant to be, right? So I'll likely post pictures of not only my nail fee of this mixed mani, but some pictures of the peacocks that we saw, and, you know, cute little candid photos of my parents being silly. I love my parents so much. But yeah, so did that today, and I'm almost done with binge watching Exo Kitty, and will likely go back to finishing watching Selling Sunset, because I love watching that kind of reality TV drama so much, because I'd rather see that kind of drama than to deal with my own drama, and luckily I don't have that much drama in my life, thank goodness. But that's probably why it makes it so fun to watch reality TV drama. But yeah, and then if you guys watched last week, so my friends kind of got me watching Bridgerton, and I have a correction to make, because I had thought that Bridgerton had come out way earlier than it actually had. It actually had come out during the pandemic, like the start of the pandemic. And it makes, well, not the start, but like, you know, towards the tail end, I guess, or whatever. But I still stand that my head space was just not in the right place to be watching that show during that time. And I'm so glad that my friends like brought it to my attention like over the past weekend, and I was able to like binge watch it and kind of catch up. And so there's a spin-off show called Queen Charlotte that is on Netflix as well, and so that's also on my list to binge watch. But looking at the amount of time I've got for the rest of this weekend, it's not likely that I'm gonna get to binge watch it all this weekend, so I have to pick and choose. But yeah, that is where I'm at. And then for those that follow me on other social media platforms, you may have seen yesterday kind of went overboard on cashing in on some birthday rewards. So if you guys don't take advantage of all of the places, like if you have favorite stores and favorite like restaurants and favorite well, just favorite places that you know are patrons of, you don't take advantage of their like birthday rewards, you really should, because free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff? Alright, really quick, because I only need to use one of this, I'm gonna open up this set. This is Matcha. Matcha is this really pretty, like, I want to say like true green with flecks of gold in it. So beautiful. This is my kind of green. Like, I really wish that they came out with this for the core catalog, because I'm sad that I'm opening it up right now and I'm going to be using it, and I hope that I'm going to reseal it properly so that I can use this later on, because it is so beautiful and I would hate for it to go to waste. So really hope that. And Color Street is dry nail polish strips. They are one-time use, but you know, some of us like to kind of heat seal them or throw them in our freezer and pray that they will work another day. So yeah, I'm doing that with this set, obviously, because I am not going to be using too many of them, but I am using one, so I'm going to put that back in there like this, and I'm going to heat seal it later. Got to make sure all the air is out of it too. But let's see here. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so cashing in on the birthday rewards. So birthday rewards, what did I get yesterday? So yesterday, Panda Bear took me to Ike's Love and Sandwiches and got to cash in on a free sandwich. Those sandwiches range anywhere from like $12 and higher, but they are so delicious, like so yummy. So if you have a Ike's Love and Sandwiches near you, highly recommend trying one of their sandwiches. I'm a big fan of their halal chicken, so any sandwich that has that, it's really tasty. But yeah, and then in the plaza, the same plaza, went to Crumble Cookies, and got the chocolate mallow cupcake, which looks just like a Hostess cupcake, or it should have. Mine didn't. Mine actually ended up getting kind of melty in the car, and I took a picture of it, but like it bled onto my jeans, and I did laundry today, as I mentioned, and even with OxyClean, that chocolate stain is still faintly like there, and I'm just like, I wonder if anyone else will notice. It's not pretty. So yeah, note to those that buy anything with chocolate, don't let it sit anywhere on your lap on your car ride home, because mistake. mistake. Okay, but that is my advice. But yeah, cashed in on those birthday rewards. I still have, so on my actual birthday day, I cashed in on my Starbucks free drink reward, and Nothing Bundt Cake that weekend. I also cashed in on that free reward. I had Panera bread, a free bakery item, but the closest Panera bread to us is not that close. It's in the next city. And, you know, I decided it wasn't worth the drive to just get a free cookie or whatever. So I didn't do that. I do still have a free cup of frozen yogurt from Yogurtland, up to $5. But I'm just like, I don't know, like whenever I go to Yogurtland, I end up spending way more than just like $5. And so I don't trust myself to get just a tiny froyo from Yogurtland. So I might just let that one go too. But don't tell my dad. Don't tell Pops. My dad's always like, whenever there's something like free or they're gonna pay you for something, he like is like all on it, and I'm like, dude, like no, like it's not always about the money, and it's not always about like, you know, free, but you know. Like we were at the store today after going to the Arboretum, and there was a grocery item that was like half off, right? Half off. But it's not something that, like, ingredients wise, we typically would eat on a normal basis. And I'm like, dude, even if it's half off, is it worth it? Because you're putting that stuff in your body, and like, you only have one body. And so, you know, if you're not eating all the right stuff, and you're putting junk in your body, and I know, after talking about Ike's Love and Sandwiches and crumble cookies, I'm one to talk, right? But it's not like those foods are like packaged foods full of like preservatives and all that stuff, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like all the foods at the grocery stores that are like completely packaged. If there's ingredients, there's more than 5 ingredients. It's not a whole food. It's not something you'll want to like purchase and keep around your house and put in your body, because you only have one body and one life to live. Like, why do it? But yeah, so he ended up not buying the item. But then we came home. And then like I was putting groceries away and stuff, and he's like, did we buy those? Did we buy those things? And I'm like, no, we didn't. And he's like, oh. I'm like, come on. Like, anyways, so when Panda Bear's not around, I have to help kind of manage the health of the household. And so hopefully he will be proud that I did not let my Pops buy that item. Because also, it's like, you buy that item, and then it's like, okay, then the things you need to cook to go with that item are things that he's not supposed to be eating on a regular basis anyways. And so it's like, it's just gonna collect like freezer burn in the freezer. So anyways, I'm talking too much. Alright, so it doesn't look cohesive yet, right? But let's just keep going. Let's keep going, and hopefully it comes together the way I envision it. So this one right here is Raspberry Tart. I'm going to open this one next because, oh, actually, no. Let's open up, because Raspberry Tart is going to be these last two, and I typically save my pointer finger and my thumb for last. So let's open up Floral Notes next. So Floral Notes, this is new for Color Street, to have a design like this, where it's like a shimmer design, and it's a dip. So, you know, rather than like the full design, you see there's like some clear space here. It looks white, but it's actually clear, so it's gonna look like almost like a French manicure kind of deal with the negative space at the top here. So yeah, this one really made me excited because it's way different than what I've seen before. So yeah. But the thing is with the flowers is that, I don't know, like, it's very abstract if you're looking at it. So you'll see that some of the nail decals that I chose have other types of flowers. That was what I was hoping when I saw like Tropical Garden Party. I thought we were gonna see like hibiscus and palm leaves and all of that. But you know, I'm not mad at the box. The box is actually still very, very beautiful. Love the value of it, of how many strips. 5 full sets. I mean, that's just awesome. That is what I hope they keep doing with these color play boxes. Oh, shoot. It's rolling over. All right. Let's see if I can get that to not roll over on my nail. All right. We can't save it. That's fine. That is fine. We can use the other end. No problem. It's just, I was hoping to just use the one. But we don't have to just use the one. I'm always so, like, I try to save, like, as many of my strips as possible. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to use it again later. Use that set again later. But I don't. I mean, I don't do it that often. I do use it a lot with my nieces, but it's like they won't know what they're missing. You know, they don't always see all the different sets I've opened. So, you know, they get to choose from whatever Auntie's got in her binder of leftovers. So if I have leftovers, then, you know, they can choose from it. If not, then oh well, you know. When they get to the age where they're able to, like, buy their own stuff, we'll see if they still like Color Street at that point. Because right now, I think the reason why they even let Auntie do their nails with Color Street is because they want to just spend time with Auntie. So yeah. And I love nail time with the little girls because it's just so much fun. So much fun dolling them up. So, oh, that laid down funny. That's fine. It's just nails. It's just nails. All right. Okay. Was I really only going to do the one? I guess I was. The one on the pinky, I guess. Usually the pinky is kind of like a toss-away finger for me. It's just like, I guess if I were British and I drink tea with, you know, when we used to play tea party as little girls and we would hold our teacups and have our pinky up in the air, you know, then the pinky is like a finger that, you know, people look at, but typically pinky's not one of the fingers that's being shown off. Alright, and then Floral Notes is also going to be one I'm going to be using on my pointer finger. So let's grab that. And then save the rest. For all of my fellow Color Street fans, are you guys as excited about the summer launch as I am? Because I'm stoked. The spring launch, surprisingly, was not as... I thought I would love the spring launch, and I ended up not buying that much from the spring launch. And I haven't purchased much from the core catalog yet, because I just have so many sets. But the summer... the sneak peeks I've seen of the summer sets have got me wanting to make a purchase before I can. I'm not supposed to be making a purchase until June. So, because we spent a lot of money on vacation and I'm not about to make things worse for the household. So we're waiting till June, but it's like, oh my gosh, those summer sets are coming out on Monday. Originally it was going to be Tuesday, but it's coming out Monday. I'm like, oh shoot. Like, hopefully, I know the summer sets, if they sell out, like, they'll restock up until a certain point. So I'm not as worried, but I'm still worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, like really, really, truly want to get some of those summer sets because they're exactly the colors that I gravitate towards, and so I'm just like, I'm super excited. So what about you guys, fellow Color Street fans, Color Street users? Are you guys as excited about the summer launch? I know that in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, we have this special Facebook Messenger group where we're all chatting about, you know, Color Street and stuff. And we've already started talking about, well, what do you guys think fall is going to look like? Or what would you like to see in the fall collection? And so fall is my absolute favorite season. And so it's like, I'm very excited, but also summer's really got me right now. Summer's my least favorite season because it's too warm for my taste, my preference. But those summer sets are just, whew, they're beautiful. If you haven't seen them yet, yeah, go check them out from your Color Street stylist. And if you don't have a Color Street stylist, my sister-in-law Carla is a Color Street stylist who's part of my Facebook group, Wendy's Nail Face Studio, and she'll likely share that info in our group. So yeah, if you're not part of our Facebook group and you want to join, please find us. Links below in the description. But this one is Raspberry Tart. Let me see. Raspberry Tart. No, this is not going to be big enough to make the little nail stick. Let me just pull one of the other to make a nail stick. Can't always be so frugal. Alright, so this is Raspberry Tart, as I mentioned. Let's make that nail stick really quick. Yeah, but the concept of time. Where did I leave off on the concept of time? It's like sometimes it feels like you have all the time in the world, and then other times it feels like the day has passed in a blink of an eye. And today is one of those days where I had intentions on doing certain things, and it didn't end up going that way, which is totally fine, because you know what? Gotta remember the 3 F's. My 3 favorite F's. Family, food, fun. If my family calls upon me and work could wait, it's gonna wait, because it's the weekend and it's not mandatory, it's voluntary, and you know what? The work's always gonna be there. It's not going away. So yeah. But I know that today, because tomorrow we'll be hanging with Carla and the kids. So I know that today would be the best day for me to be doing my mixed mani. And so that's here we are. Hopefully the lighting's not too dim, because it is getting kind of dark. And I do have a bunch of lights on, which my pops was like, really? If you guys don't already know, our household is very into conserving energy and stuff like that. So yeah, he he just gave me a look, and I was like, I'm gonna try to finish as fast as I can so that I don't have all these lights on. But even with all these lights on, it's still not that bright. But anywho, alright, so what else was I gonna do? I was going to put champagne fizz on these 2 fingers after I put the little nail decals. So let's go with the nail decals first. So I wrote leaves, and trying to remember what I meant by that. So I think it might have been one of these palm leaves, because I wanted the palm leaf, since it's green, I was hoping that that's going to show up properly. So let's do that. Let's do it. So we'll get one right here. These nail decals, you can totally get them on Shein or Temu for very inexpensive, and I absolutely love getting nail decals because, oh no, did I rip it? Oh no, that happens sometimes because, okay, so these things are super cheap, so warning, cheap, right? So they don't always come off. You have to be kind of extra delicate with them sometimes. So obviously I did not do a good job of that, but that's okay. We still have a couple other ones. Let me see if I can use the tweezers to help pull them off, actually. I think maybe the tweezers might be a better option than the wooden stick that I was using. Alright, so let's throw this one away and try again, if I can get it off my finger. But yeah, you can get these for relatively cheap, and sometimes with like Color Street, like, they don't always have the design that I'm looking for. As I mentioned, you know, I had thought that there would be palm leaves and hibiscus flowers, but there weren't. So now we're going to do it ourselves. And it's also, I'm using the nail decals. I really wanted to use the full Color Street Color Play subscription box, Tropical Garden Party. So all 5 sets in some fashion, but it was really hard to think of how it would look cohesive with the color scheme. And so I figured having the nail decals would kind of help tie that in. And so that is why we are using nail decals. And today in California, Southern California, it's a lot more humid and warm than I had anticipated. So also it's kind of like with Color Street sets, you kind of want to have them at like a 72 degrees is ideal, is what I heard. And so anything hotter than that, sometimes you have to deal with a little bit of a extra stickiness on the sets. But today I didn't have any issues, except for when I was doing my toes. When I was doing my toes before hopping on the camera to do my nails, one of the strips accidentally like stuck to my finger, and I had to use nail polish remover to remove it, because I was not going to have fingers that didn't really match up. Alright, so there's that, and then this one is the matching one right up here. No, sorry, this one right here is the matching one. But yeah, thinking that it's looking pretty cohesive. I don't know yet. I haven't really stared at all 5 fingers together yet because I'm not done. So, but I mapped it out. I usually typically don't always map things out. I kind of just go with the flow. But this time around, when I had unboxed this month's box, I just knew that I wanted to use all the sets somehow. And so I was thinking a lot, like contemplating a lot about what I was going to do with all of these sets. So yeah. Alright, almost done here. Now we're going to use flowers. The 3 flowers, it looks like, I was going to use with the black. So It's this one right here. Were there ones that were... This one's facing this way. Oh yeah, they're the same. Yep, okay. So this one... Or should I do the gold? That gold actually might look really cool. Let's do the gold. Because then the gold is going to kind of go with the gold on the green. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad I went with the gold, because otherwise it would have all been all black, and I don't know if I would have liked that on that color. This, okay, Lychee Rosé is like so beautiful, like absolutely stunning, like so good. Oh shoot, is it gonna be this size or this size? Oh, okay. I'm thinking it's this size, right? Oh gosh, I can't tell. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't have to fully match. I'm going with this one. But yeah, it's such a stunning, like shimmery, like bright coral. When I saw it, I just knew that I had to put it on my toes. So that's where they're at right now, on my toesies. And I will take a nailfie of that and post it on my Facebook group, of course. The previous pedicure I had, if you're in my Facebook group and have seen photos, it was You, Me, and Capri. And it was a set that I knew was known for fading in the sun. So I had to like capture that, because I was like, really? Does it really do that? I'm here to tell you it sure does. It sure fades. And I will share a photo of that as well in my Facebook group, as far as what happened to my pedicure. So it is why I changed my pedicure today, because I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely going to need a new pedicure, because I didn't want pale pink. I wanted bright pink. It was no longer bright pink. So anywho, we are almost done here. Can you believe that? With a mixed mani? What? Wow. Oh, well, it's still going to be 2 parts, because I know I set the timer a little late, but at least it won't go on to 3 parts. I thought it was going to be a much longer mixed manicure, but it's actually turning out pretty well, pretty quickly. So, yeah, can't believe it. Question is, what are we going to be doing for Memorial Day? Because that is the next manicure, mixed manicure that I'm going to be doing, is going to be the weekend of Memorial Day.